I really like where Top Esports is at in their draft. I think that they have some pretty positive lanes for themselves, especially looking at bot. Mid can push early, and this could free up Nidalee to really do damage to the Trundle. So all these junglers being changed, I thought that at one point or another, they'd have to swap out On at support as Kanavi throws a heat-seeking missile out.
Yep.
We've come to expect this from his Nidalee.
Yep. Goes another one out on the way out as well. So Shadow's chunked pretty severely at the start of this. But Knight able to block off the mid-roam. Cream takes a good chunk of damage. Redline is going to land on top of Kanavi with the pillar, but Hong flashes forward to try and punish Shadow, who's already way too low, and Cream picks up the kill. Now On's going to flash back over the wall as the 4-man stack at Top Esports hunts for more kills. Piercing arrow going to land onto On. Spear going to have to be dodged, but it's going to slow the Nautilus down. Pops the shield. Here comes the to play through, but Elk is trying to kite back, hits the deadly flourish, and here comes Knight off to the side. Doesn't have a ton of mana. Hong with a blinking health bar. Flash after Dreadzone's going to land around the wall. That hitbox was wacky, but it's a kill nonetheless for Elk.
Like this a lot from Shadow. I think this is a good response from BLG. I don't think Top Esports can take this fight. Kasante just not as strong as the Rumble right now. Conditions much better for the Rumble too. 369.
Wasn't ready for On in that push. Gonna have to go all out, but doesn't get over the wall here. Fight split on two sides, and the Chains of Corruption is gonna land on top of Shadow. They're just gonna burn through him. Equalizer and Inferno Bomb do come down. Cream is caught between the Equalizer and the wall, and Bin's gonna run him down. Flash over the Emperor's Divide. Elk gets his curtain call cancel on the backside of the fight. Bin tries to protect his AD carry. Out of mana is 369. Elk is running away with those 50 boots and crit shots the forehead of 369. Now Kanavi, the only one left up to try and pick up the scraps as he hops away from the bomb at max range. BLG coming out on top in our first big fight.
I think the lack of setup really hurt Cream's fight because it looked like Cream kind of tried to play a desperation fight, came up empty with a lot of his attempts there. Yeah, and also just the power of the wave clear Ziggs. Like, we talk so much about Varus and priority. You can answer it easily as Ziggs. They want to kite out.
Inferno Bomb. They're using a lot onto Hong, though. Drops a Solar Flare, but he should die to Knight off to the side here. Hong gonna cover. Curtain call comes down. They're hunting for more kills over the wall, and Knight is just landing these bombs. But On goes a bit too far forward. Another bomb. The Arcade Comet to burn. No, Jackie Love and Kanavi on a sliver of HP. Saw the Yomu's rush the last gen game we saw. This time he goes Collector, which still gives you that lethality thump, but lends more to the crit scaling Jin. We're going to see a dive on a 369 with a TP coming over. Equalizer, 369 going to dash out the main damage, then use it all out to go back forward. Shadow can't juggle the turret aggro any longer, but four members is enough.
Heavy commit from BLG. They commit to the cross map. I'm going to try and knock down first turret. 14 minutes, so plates are down. And first brick does secure feats for BLG, so that looks like the trade. Dragon for feats.
Like we talked
Kill
about
this with Ziggs, for sure.
Yeah, that's why Knight loves this pick. Expect to see Knight in all three lanes just hammering on these serial turrets. That's what he did all game against Weibo.
I mean, you'd think that Top Esports, being the team that lost to TL at first stand, would be the one playing the Ziggs, but no, it's Knight. Taking the lessons from APA.
That's how we're going to spin it?
Yes.
Knight is
that is my narrative.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good narrative.
Do you want to give some credit to Shadow? He's done a nice job of keeping up with his Nidalee. And I think so far picking the right spots. But
wow, that thing evaporated.
Yeah, that thing did evaporate.
Another good cancel on the Zenith Blade.
Unstead this
Solar
time.
Flare, a Chains of Corruption, the Flash, a little bit too late. Hong will pick the kill up, but it's on caught.
Yep, alright. That's after the Rift Herald. 369, get a TP down, get a fast play. There's no dragon to take right now, but they can maybe play for that Rumble. Or play for mid as Ong going for Elk.
Okay, he has Cleanse and Flash. He's going to Flash basically in place and somehow walk his way through the Sand Soldiers. That was an interesting interaction, but it's still both.
Oh! Elk!
Get down, Elk!
Oh my god, Elk! I mean, Elk has been such a good performer for BLG so far. A good takeaway there from Shadow, and it's going to be mid-turret falling as well. As again, yeah, Ziggs did. You can see Satchel is prepped. You do that because every ability you throw out, it takes 4 seconds off your passive as Ziggs, and while your passive autos do bonus damage to turrets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Never mind.
That's too far. Yeah, that's too far. Walk past the river midline, and 369 once again 4v1, but this time he doesn't have his turret to protect him. They're TPing in Cream. It feels a bit too late. Cream is maybe TPing into his depth, but they're going to respect Hong on the flank with no tier 1 turret up. The Solar Flare is not going to land, though. Zenith's play going to land onto On. Shadow still doesn't have any subjugate. The Equalizer's going to do a ton of damage. They're trying to lock up Jackie Level back into this fight. Cream puts the turret back up, and now Shadow's flashing after Kanavi, but Kanavi's surviving, thriving, healing through it all. Bin with the Flame Spinner will do enough to turn the fight back. BLG standing up tall on the bot side.
And Top Esports opting into their own demise a bit, opting into a 4v5 as Cream the TP. There was no chance they were going to save 369 on that play. I think the power of Azir, I could see some theory of if you get a turret down, you have a big team fight for Cream, it's good. But they had the fight under the turret, and BLG just gets out with everything they wanted. They had their cake with 369 and ate the rest of Top Esports along with it, too. The ratios are so gross, especially after the buffs to Q. Elk is flashless, he's the look, but
there's a trap.
Oh, we got the shield off.
Push. Oh, the Chin Scrub's going to go wide as well. They lock up Jackie Love. The field goal post open up for one shot to his heart. Crit shot, where's it going to go? Going to hit onto Hong, but again, 369. How much can he take on the front line? Bin on the flank with a huge equalizer. Look how it locks up TES. They're stuck between a literal blaze and a wall, and they're going to burn on down as Knight comes over top with the bombs of destruction. Cream going to fly a bit late, but he has no support here. 1v5, he trades Shadow, but now the mid-tier 2 turret's here to get knocked down.
Oh, the milk is not good for Cream this game, as I think a couple of these takes have been a little bit unwarranted, and BLG starting to run away with this one against Top Esports. It's been a fantastic game from Elk. As Hong sees Knight base, and Knight's probably just going to TP back.
Has a book.
He already had the book. He got some more pen here. Yeah.
Boy, all right. He went book last game, too. Oh, Zenith played onto On. Tons of damage dropped through. Chains of Corruption, Soul Flare. All this onto On. So they commit about 2.5, 3 ultimates to kill off the BLG support. They have a man advantage. Bin TP's in. 369 can't catch him for an Emperor's Divide. Current Call coming down. They're hunting Hog on the backside. Equalizer's going to make sure nobody can touch Elk as he goes for that Current Call. Cream gets hit by a Deadly Flourish.
Could have a very impactful flank on a Trundle. Not what we're used to seeing, but I think a good setup for BLG.
They're pinging it like they know it's coming. There's the
he gave himself away.
Gave himself away with the pillar. Elk stepping up a little bit too far forward. Cream's going to go in for the shuttle, or even shuffle, and he gets Knight. The flashless Ziggs is down. Cream redeems himself, and Top Esports gets the Otacon on the back end of it.
Good play. Again, that angle from Shadow, I think it's a decent idea, but if you give yourself away, you take away any and all the power. Now they're still trapped up here as the play continues for Top Esports. The poke they can put down between the Varus, the Azir, and these Nidalee heals. These elongated scenarios, I will say the Nidalee into the Ziggs Jhin. We didn't really talk about the heals, but this is a good idea from Top Esports. And BLG, like, why we didn't love the Rumble pick is that doesn't really set up for this Jhin Ziggs that much. And I think we're seeing some of those Qs start to not connect. The heals neutralize it, and Top Esports feel like they're on much better footing now.
They can use the Sand Soldiers of Cream with Kanavi. The only downside this is for Top Esports.
At the moment, Top will have to fix their top lane. But their bot lane is going to slow push to eternity, and that's what I think what is encouraging this Baron setup for them. Yeah.
Shadow face checks into Hong. There's the layering of CC, but Shadow does get out, and there's a huge Inferno Bomb on the back end. There's your Jhin Ziggs setup. It just needed a tiny window as the fourth shot finds Cream in the background, and now Elk gets to sing his song running forward, hits another skill shot, dodges out in the piercing arrow. And now all we have left is the carries. Kanavi and Jackie Love, the only two up for Top Esports. Edge Eyes Ziggs that is now a prime target if you're Top Esports. Oh, that spear.
That was a good try on the setup. This is part of the reason why you don't see a ton of Ziggs into Azir too, because if you lose Flash, it's going to be so dire. I don't love this.
No.
This is not great.
This time, the Equalizer and the Inferno Bomb whiff. BLG have to bail out of this fight. There's no way they can find this win. Oh, the fourth shot goes wide as well. Those key ultimates that had no setup that were lining up aren't finding their mark, but somehow BLG are still winning, still thriving, and it's Bin flashing forward the Flame Spinner to find the kills, and finally, Shadow gets to clump someone to death. They don't need the ultimates this time, Cubby. They're just better.
And Cream just wasn't able to auto. Jackie Love also kind of caught out in that fight. I honestly have to take a second look because I really want to see the fight from Cream's perspective, because we were focused on the Alt Slayer. We saw them all go wide, but it still ends up being an incredibly one-sided fight in favor of BLG. It's going to be a Baron for a Dragon traded by Top and Cream. This will get them soul point, but man, Baron with the Ziggs, 2 inner turrets are standing. You got to believe one inhibitor is going to guarantee to fall, and this Dragon may not even fall for free for Cream. It's a DPS war. Trundle's getting close. He's going to get it.
He's not going to survive.
Oh, he actually snuck out. Fight. Like, Cream's just not able to auto because he burned the EQ. I mean, this Q's not great. He gets kited out. Knight plays this really well. Yeah. Knight just forcing Cream out of there. The Zanyas means that Bin lives, and then
TES rescuing this game.
it's about to be a death cap on Rumble 2. Gotta believe death cap's gonna come in for Knight. I think once those 2 items come in, it's probably GG. Again, we have seen, like, I think the rest of top esports with Nidalee heals, and then some tools were burned there from BLG. I mean, you have no Zigzar and On's dead.
That's not a good dredge line. Kanavi has the stasis to get away from a crit shot to death, but oh,
beauty.
The bomb timing from Knight was pristine.
Really engaged.
Another choke.
I am surprised about that one from Bin.
All right,
I don't think that was exactly worth it.
We're going to get another fight where now all these ults are getting pristine like they were earlier. They're going to jump Solar Flare, Chains of Corruption, a lot onto On, but Cream goes over the wall without help. Eats a dredge line, has to go into the stasis. Kanavi as well.
Doesn't matter.
There's no help coming for them. They jumped in too early, and now they got to bite the bullet. And the bullet is Knight running wild. Gets the triple kill. Elk shuts down Jackie Love. Down goes Top Esports. BLG are going to go up 1-0 with their super scaler of a comp.
I just watched Brother Cream EQ get exhausted and get one shot, as that's going to be the end of the game. BLG. The scaling of the carries, the range of it pays off, and an impressive game from Bin, Knight, and Elk as they managed to carry their team to a pretty convincing victory against Top Esports.
I'm going to commit a cardinal sin here while we got time as the Nexus goes down. Oh, they took away the scoreboard. All right. I was going to do some math.
They have to throw it back up. They have to throw it back up.
I was curious. I wanted to commit to some math to show how great that scoreline is. This is the flank angle, right? Because you draft the Bin to be the big front line. You're trying to catch all this damage, soak it up with the Xin with the Sion. Knight can get crafty with this between world and really threaten Jackie Love.
You're playing, Xayah, Rakan, Sion. It's about this front line holding and making sure that your feather rips are big. I do think that Top Esports do have some ways for their melee engages to play around some of these feather rips.
Gets the flash out of Elk. Can they get enough damage back on the tree? He's going to cleanse the ignite, burn the heal barrier. All these summoners getting dropped. Level 1. Song gets flicked back over Hong. Elk stepping up a little bit too far for this Gatling gun. He's going to take over Auto and just give first blood. Head-scratching start to the bot side.
Level 4 has managed to keep his resources up pretty high. Actually in decent shape, so this bot lane matchup,
Jackie
despite
Love
the kill.
eats a blade collar.
What?
All right, so both of our 80 carries in this matchup with very intriguing positional mistakes. Full fail their pullback, that blade collar. And the bottom lane is out trading a top lane support combo. The junglers are invading each other, by the way. Ult advantage to Kanavi. Shadow still likes his odds because Bin roams over first from the turret. This game is so weird, and somehow Kanavi's going to make this 1v2 work, pick up the kill. Now Jackie Love's here. Bin is not tanky enough to even find this trade kill. The split 2 MVP making the difference, but here comes the golden left hand. Knight over from the mid lane picks up the first kill. Jackie Love, can he find either one of these trades?
He wants it.
The decimating smash going
He's
forward
got
with the Gatling gun. Knight, though, goes invisible, and now Jackie Love has to contend with the Bin tank. Pops the barrier, gets the rocket off. Cream finally coming over. He's going to flash over with the stun, but the grasp auto comes through. That's feats of warfare for BLG in a continuously weird game 2.
It was the auto Q. He weaves in a Q as well.
Whoa,
okay, we return and there's more fighting. Kanavi's dead.
Kanavi's dead. Top, we got to give Grubs now.
I want to see how that one happened. No, Top can still play this. They have Annie.
Okay, all right, they do have Annie. And Unstoppable Onslaught. Yep, it's a 5-man, so Bin's going to deny.
Cannot play it anymore.
Pick up the Grubs. Bin, 1 versus 3, just chilling, man. This guy's got a lot of health. Okay, maybe not that much health. Maybe not that much health, Bin. Okay. So what happened to our clean League of Legends of Game 1? Where did that go?
I don't know.
Oh, it's not over. All
well,
right.
I like this play from BLG.
Yep. Oh, good stun from Cream.
Q comes back quickly if it gets canceled like that. Oh,
Shadow. Nice. Gets the knock up. No stun on the Tibbers. That's why smash doesn't land. When becomes lightning, the red buff burn, and he goes back in. Next couple of seconds here is called Dragon because that thing is still up. What's with these two teams not wanting to take Dragon until like 13 minutes?
I don't mind fishing around for the buff. I don't think we know the Knight's here, though.
Kanavi is caught again. Trickster slips out, goes back in, double knockup. Like it from Kanavi, but he just doesn't have enough juice to bring home the smoothie. Elk getting jumped on by 369, does get the blade collar snare, though, and it's another...
Yup, so he's going to try and stay strong on the map. Frankly, I don't think this Dragon's BLG's. No. Yeah, because the ults were used there by BLG in the fight, so I think Top Esports are smart to return to the scene of the crime and watch Cream.
fine to give this. They don't need to stick around. On, just let On die. This is first dragon. Okay, here comes Bin.
Hot soup coming through.
Side, and gets the knockup, and Hong is traded. Yep.
It connected. Wow, over the wall. I did not see that one coming. Guess what, Drake? That's all BLGs again. Top Esports going to trade this out for some resources on the Ambessa. I still think that returning to the scene was okay. Like, they at least trade 1-for-1 and buy some time and space for Ambessa. They get Bin's TP back up to respond, but okay, that's a bit of a reach, but respect. Knight, again, you said hasn't based in a while. They're going to try and go for the dive. Cream. Yep, that's
good
dead.
Setup.
Ooh.
If that one minion, that one pesky caster minion doesn't come up, I think Cream dies the turn.
For that scenario?
What's that?
Flashing air. I fear Knight flashed air. As first brick does fall in favor of Top Esports, that does keep feats on the table.
It does. It does also finally give Knight that reset that he was probably should have taken earlier. Here's the Leon who's done. Triforce also complete for Jackie Love. Is On is going to cancel the dash. Oh, On's Rakan. As good as advertised. You called it out, Cubby, and it's finding picks now for BLG.
Getting the best of him between these two games.
The big talking point.
I was not expecting that coming in. I thought this is when Shadow's his stocks would start to drop because you're facing Kanavi again, a stud jungler. And I don't blame them for that because I think On could have engaged, but I also thought there was a decent world for Top Esports to actually look for a turret take. It's given maybe they're waiting for Cream to have 11 and actually join, as he's going to ding it there. So
bloodthirsty.
369's got a base. We're going to have Cream fix the map. I think once Cream fixes this wave, gets a slow push going, it's a maybe.
They should lose mid-tier 1 for that, though.
Yeah, they should.
Like the rotation of BLG, so.
Good call.
Get that mid-tier 1. That opens up a lot more of the map. I also think Bin might be able to get this. So this should be BLG really opening the map up. They're going to knock all these tier 1 turrets off the board. And again, it's this new, slow and more methodical approach from BLG, showing its true colors.
But also the other team would probably be IG, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, I mean, good luck selling that.
Yeah, well, feat secured for BLG.
That's like trying to sell Samoas to a neighborhood allergic to coconut.
Matchup can be a little bit different now that Black Cleaver's in possession of 369, but Shadow has also come up here. Ooh.
Oh, the slow. Chilling Smite comes across. 369's just dead here. He's going to public execute. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. And Best has 5 billion dashes. Shadow has to commit his flash. The Mad Lad dash is done. Shadow picks up that kill.
Great play. There's nothing else going on the map right now. BLG is able to play max defense. And they get the punish off the Suisaw lane state. It might be mid-out or falling, but I think this is well worth it. BLG should give this and be happy giving it Hong. Okay.
Hong, all right. Gets Cleanse ult out of the Zaya. Oh, and also chunked pretty low. We're in a spot.
I'm kind of concerned. You haven't seen Top Esports pull the trigger fast enough in this game, and now with this one, Kanavi split the choke.
Look at
Hong didn't go in.
Bin is just holding TS completely out of it. They can't walk past him.
Cream
go for the flash, gets the huge tippers down. Public execution comes across here. There's the dive comp. Finally clicks into place for TS. Knight's dipping and dodging around the between worlds, but he's using it defensively to buy space. Kiting back away from 369, gonna flash away over the wall as the Blade Caller hits on a Jackknife and Cream. It's Cream to the rescue again, just like the last fight from TS, but are they pushing too far forward? Because Bin has a ton of health, setting up Elm to get these Blade Callers back down. Has to flash over the wall as he does trade 369 out.
Lose his flash. As Otacon being tapped by BLG. This is a little ambitious. They're trying to get 369's TP out for sure.
All those key ultimates are back up online, though. They're just relying on Bin to hold the front strong.
They can't see the HP.
See 5K, below 5K, they gotta go. Gotta see if they can find an angle. Kanavi, can he wither his way in? No, the Cyclone knockup does not get it. Otacon secured, and Knight does execute him. All gets a 3-man charge on the back end of between worlds. It's beautifully layered from BLG, but it's 369 trying to rip through the back line, going back to front, but all he finds is a Blade Caller back to the fountain.
Forcing that fight quickly, they really forced an off-kilter fight for Top Esports where they couldn't set up, they couldn't walk through the Scion, and they couldn't get through the Rakan to the choke. It just ended up being a fight where BLG, Elk were able to free fire.
This is a great game for Cloud for a lot of teams. It's still nice. Not going to discredit the power of a soul. It's Knight.
Oh, Knight might be dead. Knight might be dead.
Yeah, he might get chased down. He does have his turret to fall back to. This tier 1 turret being up, really just hindering everything they can do there on the top side. Bot side, by the way, picture-in-picture. Bin is going blow for blow with 369. He does have to use the onslaught to get back out, but Shadow completely out of position right in front of Baron.
6ix9ine doesn't have TP.
And they're ripping it. Elk is on 3 items, by the way. He gets the LDR done. The scaling difference in these marksmen coming through here for Elk, who's been so good in this series. Does he have another great fight in him? Alongside Knight's flank, there's the charm. On goes in, he gets the 2 backline carries. Again, it's on to the rescue, and Elk to bring the guns. Wiping the floor with BLG, just like that. Nobody left up but Hong and 369 on the other side of the map, and maybe I spoke too soon. All 4 members topside for TES, down and out of the fight.
All right, I know that fight was really bad for top esports. I think the real mistake is not hitting the Baron. You have to hit the Baron, try and get Bin and Knight to actually TP and respond to you, but then you can kind of retake the map afterwards. They opt into such a crappy fight here where, again, Jaculov is flashless. BLG had flashes coming back up. Jaculov having to face check that with 369 being bot with no TP. If you play the last timer where you get the TPs out and you can reset and like play from there, BLG have been the ones really running all over them.
The macro diff is what's singing through most here for BLG, which is crazy to say for a team that was so much about hands checking. This Knight just using the Aurora to half HP the 2 carries on the TES side. And now On finds another engage, and Elk, my god, cuts through that tanky rail like butter. They do get the stuns down on the Shadow, but he re-engages with the Crescent Guard, forces Cream to flash back over the wall, and look at Bin. He's holding Jaculov under his own turret. It's a triple kill over to Elk, who's been a superstar in this series, but maybe it's just all of Bilibili Gaming, who are the superstars and potentially your new big bad threat against anyone's legends in Split 3 as they make the final march down to stamp a huge 2-0 to crown themselves the last undefeated team.
Have a smite available. So, yeah, that Spellbook TP for naught. And that Cloud Soul secured for BLG. This isn't just a jungle flame.
I've seen him smiling still in the player cams. And as long as this guy's smiling and Knight's doing what he does best, deleting whatever mid laner stands in his path. I'll say it. The honeymoon. This is not a honeymoon phase. This is what BLG looks like now if they're all clicking. Oh, here we go.
Oh boy, goodbye Jaculov. Yep.
Sweet Jaculov. Good luck playing low-range Corki. That's exactly what happens to you. This is just one final fight to show off all your big damage if you are BLG.
Wow.
And that will do it. The final ace comes through. Welcome in your final undefeated team of Group Ascend. Welcome in your true challengers to the title Anyone's Legend brought in Split 2. It's the new Shadow-led Bilibili Gaming.
A little mid gap in that series, Slayer. I think a little AD gap, a little team gap overall as BLG showing that their new addition of Shadow more valuable than the addition of Hong.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.